Stillstad, Irish head football coach, joins us live as we take a look at the highlights of the St. Pat's opening round playoff victory over Bayard. Games, and the last time St. Pat's played on the North Platte football field, they won a state championship. Mark Stillstad has joined us live tonight. First of all, Mark, what is this about this team? You've probably forgotten how to lose. It's been, I guess, the Grant game way back when you lost the ball game.
Yeah, it seems like it's been a long time ago since we did lose a ball game, and you know, we've got some good kids that work real hard, and they go out and play with a lot of confidence, and when they step foot in the field, I just think that they think that they're going to win, and it's nice to be in a situation like that.
You guys obviously won last night 14-0. Now you'll take on David City. You won't play Ravenna. That seemed kind of crazy to me that you'd have to play Ravenna in the first place on their home field again when you just concluded the season with them. Is that a relief now, even though David City's unbeaten, to face David City at home?
Well, David City's a good ball club, and I'm glad that we're staying here in North Platte. I'd just soon play a home game here than have to go down to Ravenna, and Ravenna's got a real good football team, so I'm glad the way it's turned out.
We have some highlights from last night's game, and first of all, Bayard also had, it seemed to me, some outstanding individual athletes. We go to the action. St. Pat's entered with a 9-0 record. Bayard entered with a 7-2 record on the year. Early in the game, Jamie Yankel, the quarterback for Bayard, I spent some time at Alliance, so I remember this fella. He is a good athlete, and he will have a 25-yard run after Bayard accepted the opening kickoff. Were you worried at this point when you saw this guy take off down the sidelines?
Well, Jamie Yankel's a very good athlete. We knew he was a fine athlete, and we'd worked all week on trying to contain him, and you can see he just has excellent speed, and he got outside our containment.
The first drive of Bayard stalls because of some good defense on third down. Chuck Sprague and Terry Pell come in for a key sack.
Chuck Sprague's a very quick lineman, and Terry was on blitz, and we sacked him there.
You guys took over after an excellent punt by Bayard and put together a pretty nice drive. Mark Dotson with a nice carry, but then coming up a key fourth down play. What was the call on that? Mike Young on the sweep.
We had a quick pitch left, and they read the play very well and came up, and there was no place for Mike to go.
Bayard, though, could not move the ball, so they were forced to punt. And here is a key play, and I tell you, the most impressive block I think I've ever seen. Doug Steffens. We're going to show this one twice.
Well, we do a good job. Mike does a good job getting to the wall, and Doug Steffens really put a good block on the man, and we had a nice wall set up down the sideline, and Mike made a nice run on the play.
Mike Young has been just about every game, it seems now. Watch this block again. You can't really see it, but right there, believe me, it was very devastating. So that sets up the first touchdown of the game, and Terry Pell takes it in by himself. Pell is very impressive ball handler.
Yes, he is. He reads the option very well, and there you can see some of the strength when he stiff-armed the Bayard defender.
At that point, it was 7-0 with the extra point, and it seems to me you had a couple of other opportunities to open that lead up even further. Terry Pell overthrows Young on a very well set up play. We'll show Terry Pell's touchdown once again. This was a nice play, nice looking play. Now, where are we? We got some more defense first.
Chuck Sprague with another sack.
Okay, now here's another punt coming up. What am I talking about, Mark? I'm lost. Oh, now I know. Mike Young, yeah, this is the controversial clip. Mike Young in the first quarter. Here's some of the opportunities the Irish had to score. Young takes this one all the way in the end zone, but that was ruled a clip. We're going to show it to you one more time. What is the ruling on that?
Well, the referee has to determine whether the blocker has blocked the defender in the back or not, and you know, from this angle, it's pretty hard to tell. The referee's on the field. He's got a better angle at the play, so I'll have to assume that he made the correct call.
And here's the opportunity I was talking about previously. Could have been a touchdown.
Yeah, it was just a shade overthrown. Nice play action by Terry, and just over his fingertips.
So it's still 7-0, and then Terry Pell is intercepted for the first time on the night. Did that do anything to his confidence at all?
No, I don't think so. Terry's arm was a little bit sore, and he said he's going to have problems throwing deep, and we could kind of see it there. He just didn't have the same zip that he usually has on the ball.
And again, Jamie Yankel showing some of that fine individual talent. He runs out of the pocket for a good game, but despite that, the Irish lead 7-0 at the end of the first half. Now, right away in the second half, Terry Pell is intercepted again. Turnovers, I think, held you back somewhat.
I was concerned right here because early in second half, and they intercepted, and looked like they probably had some momentum.
We'll show that interception, I believe, one more time. Then on Bayard's next drive, they had great field position, but on 2nd and 12, I guess it's Terry's brother, Scott. Good-looking sophomore, makes a key play.
Scott's a 200-pounder and a strong kid, and when he gets a hold of somebody, they're not going to get away.
So it's still 7-0 Irish, and for the second time in the second half, St. Pat's gets the ball, and they're driving pretty well. Mark Dodson with a fine carry right here. Mark, of course, everything's been said about this guy.
Yeah, Mark's a real tough runner. He's got good speed, and he's got good cutting ability, and he's just a fine player.
And he rarely fumbles, but this ball looked like it was stripped from him.
Somebody just reached in there and got a hold of the ball before Mark was able to put it away, and the ball popped out.
So in the late moments of the third quarter and going into the fourth quarter, Bayard puts together a pretty impressive drive. Jim Kazire gets this pass from Yackel, but Bayard eventually, though, is stopped on downs, and it is 7-0 after 3 quarters. And we're talking about now in the fourth quarter drive here. This is one we're really talking about. Yackel to Justin Krantz with a good pass. We saw him moving down the field. He had to be thinking about something at that point.
Well, we were getting a little worried right at this point, but our defense will come up with some big plays here. Here's a screen pass that we'd worked on, and our defensive end just didn't play it quite right. He was supposed to be keying on number 10, and he dropped back into the flat a little too far.
And then Yackel takes the deep.
Yackel makes a nice run, and he fumbled, but we weren't able to get on it, and Bayard did, so things didn't look so good here.
Then on third down, Doug Steffes, he had that key block. I think he played his heart out as far as I could see. He makes a key sack on third down.
Yes, Doug's a real quick player, and he's strong, and he just made a real fine tackle there.
And here on fourth down, same story.
Makes tackle again.
And who's that jumping up and down on the sidelines there? One of the coaches. I'm not sure if that was Tim Higgins or not. But that was a big play in the game, because then the Irish are going to drive down for the final score. And I imagine at this point you want to just run the clock down and put it in again.
Yeah, that was a big third down play right there with Mike Young carrying the ball. And I'm not sure quite what the situation here, but that was a pitch trap play to Mark.
And then here's the final touchdown of Terry Pels to make the score 14-0. That came with, what, minute 30 or so to go in the game. And at that point, it was pretty much over.
Yeah, we felt comfortable when we got that touchdown right there.
Let's take a look at the Class C pairings and see where the Irish go now. They will host David City. David City over Ravenna, 19-14. Battle Creek over Norfolk Catholic, and Pierce over Randolph. I guess it's kind of ironic for me asking you this. Is it tough, all the media attention that focuses on a team that's ranked number 1?
Well, there's quite a bit of attention last week, because there was 2 radio stations from Scottsbluff and 2 from here, and it seemed like we were pretty busy over there last week.
And is it difficult to prepare for a game on such a short notice with David City?
Well, at this point in the season, it's the kids really know what they have to do, and they've blocked just about all the defenses a team can throw at you. I think more it's a question of just being able to stay motivated and keep your mental intensity with these short weeks.
Okay, Mark, thanks a lot for joining us, and good luck in the rest of the playoff season. Hopefully it'll be 2 in a row.
Okay, thanks, John.
And we'll be back with a little more